So briefly, can you come back on your arrest and the reasons for it?
Yeah, I was arrested because I wanted to take part in a program called 247 Le Débat on Equinox. It's a show that the theme was to talk about democracy in Africa and the role of the opposition, the cases of the Republic of Guinea and the Republic of Congo. Then I was surprised that the head of the security, the regional security for the province, for the region of the littoral, exactly, Raymond Isogo became the doorkeeper that day and was looking at the identification of everybody who was coming in. And when they saw me, and he was very happy to tell me that I will not present the program, I will not be part of the program today. And we went to the station, and he told me that the objective is for me not to take part in the program tonight. Yes.
Okay. And at the end of the day, you were held for about 3 hours.
About 3 hours, yes.
And you were released. What did they tell you?
Well, they told me that from intelligence sources, from intelligence, they knew that I would have taken part in the program. I would have spoken or disclosed the role that the ambassador of Cameroon was playing in Congo in encouraging the Congolese government to not to respect the constitution of that country. But I told them that, well, perhaps, yes, I would have talked about it, but not only about that, I would have spoken about the brutality of the Congolese police force against unarmed civilians in Congo, because the way things are going on in Congo is horrible. A lot of people have been killed, even though officially we have 4 dead, but it is more than 4 dead people who have been killed in that country by the police forces of Congo, which is unfair and unacceptable at this age and time.
But someone would say, letting you declare that Cameroon's ambassador to Congo is backing President Sassou Nguesso's bid for a 3rd term, could jeopardize the stay of Cameroonians in Congo. And there's a sizable Cameroonian community out there. There could be reprisal attacks.
Sure, it was also to show to the Congolese people that not all Cameroonians are in support of the blatant violation of the constitution of that country. Well, it is the role that the Cameroonian ambassador in the Congo is playing that puts in jeopardy the security and lives of Cameroonians in that country. The contrary is what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do was to show that Cameroonians are peace-loving people, they are also law-abiding people, and they don't want to get involved into the internal affairs of a foreign or host country like Congo. And I don't see anything bad in it.
You have been an insider. You are actually a friend to President Nguesso, and I have pictures of you and him together. Now, what explains his idea to want to prolong his stay in government, despite the demonstrations and protests from the people in government?
It's something I cannot understand. It is a kind of U-turn, because on the 19th of January 2012, he told me that he was going to respect the Constitution and leave and become like Obasanjo. In other words, he wanted to have his farms, become a farmer in his village of Oyo and Edu. But I'm very surprised that this time around he has changed. This is a man, because even though you are criticizing somebody, you have to have the honesty and the humility to say what is good about him. And as far as what is good is that Sassou Nguesso has laid the foundation of a Congo that can emerge tomorrow in terms of infrastructural development. When you go there, you see what he has done. It is formidable. Cameroon hasn't done such a thing in terms of major construction of airports, roads, seaports, stadia, and you name it. He has done something phenomenal. Why would he on earth want to destroy it simply because he wants to elongate his term in office?
Being the insider that you are, what could be pushing him to want to stay against the people?
The weak link, the weak point of Mr. Sassou Nguesso is that he loves his family very much. The children are the ones, and his families, and not everybody in the family. I think his nephew, whose name is Jean-Dominique Okemba, who doubles as the Secretary General of the National Security Council and his special advisor, those are the people who are trying to let Sassou think that he can stay in power forever. But he has to choose between his family and the future security and stability of Congo. And I think that is supreme. The country, the stability of a country, the future of a country is much more important than our individual or collective ambitions. And Sassou Nguesso knows that more than any other person in this country,
Now, French President François Hollande recently came out at a press conference in Paris to say that President Nguesso has the right to consult his people by conducting a referendum.
Yes, it is true. The Constitution of Congo says a referendum could be organized to modify the Constitution, not to change the Constitution. There are two points in that Constitution: age limitations, the limitation of mandates, which cannot be touched. If it is on that ground or on those bases that François Hollande is talking, then it is correct. But if François Hollande, according to my own interpretation, is a way to support Sassou Nguesso to violate the Constitution, then it is really unfortunate for a president of the scope of François Hollande. It's as though François Hollande is a little bit forgetful. This is the same person in Dakar some month or so a year ago who declared that African leaders should respect the Constitution. Why the change at this point in time? That is the question, and it's really unfortunate that François Hollande is behaving the way he's behaving, or the way he has behaved, because he has really destroyed the morale of the Congolese opposition and the civil society organization, and above all, he has destroyed the image that France was beginning to have in the public opinions in Congo and in French-speaking Africa.
Now, President Obama recently, talking about transitions in Africa, he recently said that it was unfortunate that certain presidents decide to change the rules of the game in the middle of the game. We've seen this happen in Burundi, we have seen it about to happen in the DR Congo, it happened in Burkina Faso. These are Francophone countries, so is it a French thing?
It is a French thing because France in itself is not a great democracy. France, I think the last time they had a very good democratic government was 1936, the government of Léon Blum, and then it was a kind of dictatorship that was going on until 1958 till now. But the problem is French-speaking Africa, and not all French-speaking African countries have that virus of dictatorship and sit-tight leaders. We have the case of Senegal. I think it is a French-speaking country. We have the Republic of Benin. It is a French-speaking country. We have Niger Republic, and we have Mali, in spite the instability that we all know is taking place in that country. I think the problem of Burundi is a shame. Unfortunately, Burundi is having the support of Sassou Nguesso. But as far as the DRC is concerned, there is no going to be the change of the constitution in the DRC. It's not going to happen. It is an illusion being nursed by Joseph Kabila. And if it does happen, it is going to mark the beginning of the end of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, because nobody is going to accept such a thing to happen in the DRC.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.